Beware, for I am fearless. Therefore, I am powerful. Hey, how you guys doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, we got a market cap coming in at $451 billion. Not any gain on yesterday. I mean, people are starting to kind of get bored with all this price stuff because we're not really making all these, great volatility gains like we, were last year pretty much, right? The big dip seems to be over at the moment. We're just holding steady here at the moment. A lot of people are kind of lax on the news too. A lot of people are starting to go ahead and say that it's getting a little boring. You know what? I think that's the wrong ideal to have about this situation. I think right now with the lack of, volatility, it's definitely a great opportunity to go ahead and expand your horizons on cryptocurrency. Dig deeper into the things that you don't actually understand and know, because you got more free time. You're not having to worry about the price. You're not having to worry about, the little bit that you're trading, if it's going to be going up or going down. I mean, of course, I always think it's better just to hodl Bitcoin, but I mean, I know everyone's out there trading. Even I trade a little myself. It's fun, right? But you got to go ahead. You got to get a better understanding of this space, because this is an entirely new, not just world, but universe of finances, and the ways that you can go ahead and make, money or value or whatever you want to call it in this space are endless. And some of these things are unknowns. They haven't even been thought of by people yet. So you could be the next person to think of it. So what are we looking at today? Well, we got some sideways movement out of Bitcoin pretty much coming in at 10.6 again. That's down 0.6%, but like I say, anything within 5%. Standard day trading. Looks like we're looking at a little bit of red though in the market. Are we going to be turning it around, heading back down? I mean, who knows? It seems like we're bouncing back and forth, back and forth. Only time tells with these things. And of course, if I knew the future, I'd be a rich man. So we got about 18.2 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That seems all right. But the BTC dominance is still hanging out there at 39.9%. I mean, right there at 40, that's awesome with me. We got Ethereum coming in at $870. That's down 1.6%. Right there, same old, right? We got a little bit more of a slip back though with Ripple coming in at 92 cents. That's down 4.1%. And we got Bitcoin Cash at $1,228. That's down 4.2% as well. We got Steam and Steam backed dollar, of course, coming in at $3.36. That's down 5.5%. And we got the Steam backed dollar coming in at $3.69. That's down 6.3%. Hurts a little bit, but I'd like to see them both back at $5. But hey, they'll get there. I'm not worried about it. I'm just holding them up, waiting for the time to be right. That's why they say never put money into this stuff that you need right now, right? So what are we looking at here for news on Bitcoin and coffee? Need it in the morning, right? All right. We keep going back to the Venezuelan president there and what's going on over there with his petrodollars. They ran their first set of pre-ICOs not that long ago, and now they are saying they've taken 171,000 orders for the petro. Only time's going to tell with this thing. I don't buy in on ICOs. I don't even know if we really can here in America or what's up with all of that. I haven't dug too deep into it. I'm just kind of following the news on the situation, waiting to see what's going to end up happening in the long term out of this. So, just more and more to go along with it. This is happening. I mean, people are supposedly ordering it. Whether or not this is actually a real token or whether or not this is just going to wash up and the country's going to take the money and run away, who knows? Let me see. Oh, the next one. This one I thought was kind of funny, just from my personal standpoint. The co-founder of Apple, the tech genius, Steve Wozniak, he got ripped off for about 7 Bitcoin. So right now at price, that's $70,000. Same old beginner scam that got me the credit card scam. You go and you sell cryptocurrency to somebody. They either use a stolen credit card or their own credit card, and then they go and use the credit card's feature of saying that it was stolen or buyer protection or whatever it is, and they get their money back. And since cryptocurrency is a one-way transaction, they got their cryptocurrency too from you. So, mine in the beginning was that I was trying to sell it on eBay. I was buying Ethereum at $7, trying to sell it for like 12. And, you know, the 30-day buyer protection buyback, they all got me in the end. I was out a couple $1,000s. It sucked pretty bad. It is definitely a big turnoff when you lose money in this situation here in the crypto space. That's why I'm always trying to help you guys out and avoid these things. So never do anything with crypto where you're trading your crypto for a credit card. It is more than likely 90% a scam in some way. If you're doing any kind of over-the-counter stuff or local Bitcoins, you know, cash in hand, that kind of stuff. Definitely. All right, so let's see. What else do we got for news? Well, we got Bill Gates coming out with some remarks about Bitcoin privacy and the anonymity of the situation. I think this is more the same old conversation that a lot of people are always saying when it comes to cryptocurrency. You know, that people are going to be buying drugs with it and doing illegal things. I don't even like arguing against this thing anymore. It's pretty much the same. You know, this stuff happens with money as well. You know, there are so many more benefits to using cryptocurrency than to using fiat cash. So, I mean, you have to take the good with the bad in life. And cryptocurrency isn't super anonymous. I mean, if you were directly buying with Bitcoin, they can track you down. I mean, they've tracked down the guy from Mt. Gox. They've tracked down pretty much everybody else. It just takes a while, right? So, we also got a little bit more news coming out on the Be Private fork. That's supposed to be later on today at noon. You know, that Z Classic is mainly traded pretty much on Bittrex, and Bittrex hasn't come out and said any kind of a statement on whether or not they'll be providing the fork for you of Be Private. So a lot of people are like scrambling to get their coins off, and they got a big backlog over there, and it's a big headache and a mess. That's why usually you can't wait to the last minute on these things. If you're going to be trying to jump in on this stuff, as soon as you learn of these forks, you got to start figuring out what you're going to do. But it looks like that KuCoin, I seen on the Twitter, they're going to be supporting the Be Private fork, so I think you can still get accounts with them. They're not backed up or anything like that, so you can go over and get an account. I don't know if you'd be able to get it out of Bittrex if you haven't already, but you still, I mean, I'd give it a shot, because you never know if they're going to be coming through on that or not. I mean, Adam Meister was talking big time about that last night on his show. So, I mean, whether or not they have to provide these things, I mean, that's a totally another story, because, I mean, just like a lot of people aren't providing any of the other Bitcoin forks, this is just another one of those Bitcoin forks pretty much as far as they're concerned, right? So, if you like everything that's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. These numbers are slowly trickling upward, and that is a plus. I love that this community is constantly growing, but the biggest feature around here is my free help desk service. It's at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. That's the best thing I can do to give back to this community, to try to help you guys not get scammed and avoid the horrible situations of losing your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because that turns people away from that. And then cryptocurrency isn't adopted, and then the price goes down, and then my Bitcoin goes down, and I want it to go up. So as always, I got all kinds of tools, affiliation codes, links, all that good stuff is listed down there below, donational addresses. But as always, I got to recommend to you guys, get on over to Steemit, so you can start collecting your own free cryptocurrency. But while you're there, you can upvote my post, because that's one of the best things you can do to help me out, as always. And remember, you guys, keep your Bitcoin safe.